Hello, welcome to German class A1 lesson 3. Today we will discuss German sentence and its components. A German sentence consists of different elements. Two of these elements are most important. These two elements are subject and verb. These two elements must be present in a German sentence. Now we will discuss these two elements separately. First, we will discuss about subject, and then we will discuss the verb. These words, ich, du, er, es, sie, or any noun in the singular form, as for example, Frau, Kind, Eta, Maria, etc., or the words wer, ihr, sie, or any noun in the plural form, as for example, Frauen, Kinder, these words can be the subject of a sentence. Among these elements, the words ich, du, er, es, sie, wir, ihr, sie, these words are called pronouns. When a pronoun is used as the subject of a sentence, it remains unchanged. But a noun, which is not a proper noun, as for example, Frau, Kind, or Frauen, Kinder, etc. If any kind of these nouns is used as the subject of a sentence, then it takes a particular form. A noun can have different forms, and if the noun is used as the subject of a sentence, then it takes a particular form. We'll discuss about these different forms of nouns later. We have discussed the subject of a sentence. Now we will discuss the verb of a sentence. We know that a word which indicates what somebody or something does is called a verb. There are multiple different forms of a verb, as for example, infinitive form, presence form, etc. When we learn a verb, we memorize the infinitive form of this verb, the infinitive form. The other forms, we did not memorize the other forms. The other forms of a verb, they are created by applying particular rules on the infinitive form of a verb. That's why we don't have to memorize the other forms of the verb. We have to memorize only the infinitive form. Today we will discuss about the presence form of the verb. First, we will discuss how to make this presence form of the verb, and then we will discuss about when to use this presence form. The presence form of the verb depends on the subject of a sentence. That means it depends on whether the subject is ich, du, or er, etc. Now we will see how the presence form is created. If we have a look at the infinitive form of some German verbs, then we can notice that the German verbs have an or only n at the end. Most of the verbs have an at the end. Some verbs have only n at the end. As for example, lernen, sagen, wohnen, gehen, lächeln, etc. When we want to make the presence form of a verb, then we will see how we can make it. Let us take the verb lernen as for example. When we want to make the present form of the verb lernen, then as we have already said, it depends on the subject of the sentence. Yeah. We have already said, noticed that the German verbs, they have an at the infinitive an at the end. The infinitive forms of the verb have an at the end, and when we want to make the present form, we have to drop this an from the end, and then we have to take different endings with the remaining part of the infinitive, and depending on the subject. As for example, if the subject is ich, then the present form is lerne. If the subject is du, the present form is lernst. If it is er, es, or sie, the present form is lernt. If the subject is wir, the present form is lernen. And if it is ihr, the present form is lernt. If the subject is sie or sie, then the present form is lernen. We have seen how the present form of a verb is formed. Now we will discuss the use of the present form. When we have to use the present form. The present form of a verb is used to express presence, to express present or future time. Present form is used in German for all forms that other languages may have to indicate present or future time. It means a German sentence like Ich lerne Deutsch. In this sentence, the verb is in the present form, and it can mean I learn German, I am learning German, I have been learning German, I will learn German, or I will be learning German. The temporal adverbs like now, tomorrow, later, etc., which are used in a sentence, these temporal adverbs, these temporal words, they indicate then the exact time which is meant. This was my presentation today. In this context, I would like to tell you that in my book, German Grammar A1 to B1, all grammatical aspects of the level A1 to B1 have been described in detail. A brief description of the book and how to collect the book is mentioned in the description box. Finally, I would like to request you to subscribe to my channel so that when I upload the next video, you will get instant notification. Thank you very much.